Hello and welcome back. So as you can see, I am liming field 5758. I did originally say I wasn't going to do this, but I had a look at the map again and I decided it was probably 2/3 of the fields that needed to be limed. And on the other side we've got 100% that's been limed, so it would be good if we could avoid having to lime later. What this also does is it allows me to actually test whether liming resets. If I just quickly go to the mini map, so we can see on here it's almost none of it needs liming anymore. Here we go, just this section we're doing at the moment. There we go, try and put that back straight. The bit in the middle, I think it was field 58, didn't need any lime at all. But maybe, I'm hoping that it's all reset to 0. But we will find out in 1 or 2 harvests whether that's really true, because we should have the entire field requesting lime at the same time if it's worked correctly. If it hasn't, we've just wasted all the time liming. But we'll see how it goes. Let's clear that bit off, there we go. So, I can fold this up. You'll be glad to hear I did not press the wrong button at all this time. Amazing, I know. We may have a contracting job lined up, but I'm not sure yet. It depends on the time when Death Monkey is ready. But we will have to see. It sounds like a hay job. Need to make some hay for his cows. Hopefully we've got enough time today to do it. But let's see how that goes. Oh, this thing turns so quickly that I end up making a horrible mess. There we go. Right. Disconnect. Next job for today is to seed field 5234, the joint field that we've got. I don't think that's enough fertilizer. Let's have a quick check. I don't think we can refill from here. This is liquid fertilizer. Okay, we'll get started and we'll see how we go. I don't want canola, we're going to have something different. So soybeans, I believe, are still being done a lot on this map. So like soybeans with dark green. Yes, there are quite a few people doing soybeans. What else can we do? Oilseed radish, grass, wheat, barley, oats. Excuse me. I think we'll go with barley and get ourselves a cereal crop. So let's turn it on. And we can lower it down. There we go, away we go. So as I said before, this is direct drill, which makes it a lot easier, and it's also it also applies fertilizer, which again just helps us out a lot. So we'll do one of the headlands, and then I'll probably time lapse. Taking a print screen, sorry. Always got to try and make nice print screens for thumbnails. Sometimes means it looks like you're doing really strange things. There we go. Let's lift up. Okay. So we can get on our way again. Obviously, because this is a direct drill, if you run over any part you've already seeded, it will actually cultivate it and seed it again. So you have to be quite careful. But I think we've got enough seed and fertilizer in here to be able to do this. I hope so, at least. But this is proving to be quite heavy up the hill, actually. I know there is also a GPS mod installed, but I haven't got it on this tractor because it's £15,000 to customise the tractor to have the GPS mod on. And that's just an expense that I'm not willing to pay at the moment. I have to come back for that bit we just missed. Oh, making a bit of a mess here, missing too much of the field. I'll have to go back and tidy that up after. But I don't think we're going to need to do a second headland. We will see, but we might be okay. Just because this is a tractor and it turns quite well. You see, we're quite a tight turning circle on here. It was pointed out to me as well that the steering wheel is very loud. I have tried a couple of things. I don't personally think they've made it any quieter. If you think it's a bit quieter, please let me know. One of the suggestions was to reduce the degrees of freedom, so I've taken it down from 900 to 720. And it was also suggested to maybe remove the force feedback. I've tried both of those things. The force feedback didn't make any difference. Changing the spring strength didn't either. I'm still on 720 degrees at the moment, so maybe that does make a difference. It will possibly also make a difference to the way I drive because I'm used to the 900. We'll see. Like I said, let me know what you think, if it's any better or not. And on here, I am going to cut the field in two as I go. I think that will make things just a little bit quicker, because I don't want to spend too long planting. Because we do have 2 fields to be planted, and it's going to be quite boring to just watch me seeding. Hopefully we can do this mission, that would be very nice. But I have to see depending on the time. We'll do this, and I'm going to start cutting in, and we'll stick it on a time lapse then, just to avoid you lovely people having to watch me over and over again drive up and down a field doing seeding. I know farming does involve lots of repetitive actions, but yeah, that was very repetitive. Oh, in fact, that's not centered. I think that's probably about halfway, maybe. It's also starting to get dark, which means we're probably only going to be able to get one field done today. Today is an in-game day. Right, I will cut in here and start time-lapsing, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes when it's all done. Right, welcome back everyone. We are almost done. Just a couple more rows to do. I have spoken to Death Monkey, and I think we are going to be able to start this contract as soon as we finished here, which will be good. We're going to get this finished as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and drive in straight lines this time, because I was trying to take screenshots, which is why it was of course going a little bit awry. Having said that, there we go. I'll just take another one, just in case. You know, you've always got to make sure you've got more than you need. But this won't take too long now. You will have also noticed that I bought a seed hut and a fertilizer hut. I really don't like having these types of things on the farm. I would love to have a mod where you can have a sort of tank that needs to be refilled, but I haven't seen anything like that. I don't think it's very realistic, which is why I don't like it. However, we are not close to the shop, and it does become very boring just driving to and from the shop to pick up various different things for seeders and fertilizer tanks. So we're going to do that. Nothing holds lime, so we're still always going to have to go back to get lime, but at least we can avoid going back with, say, the seeder. The seeder can stay up here and just be refilled directly over there. And I will use auger wagons as well. If we start doing work further away from the farm, we're going to need to get ourselves an auger wagon. That is realistic, so that's fine. I don't mind that. I don't think I can do this one in one go. Give it a go though. No, there we go. Oh, I was really hoping we would. But we're going to have a nice crop of barley. We've got one fertiliser stage already. I will try and get another fertiliser stage put on as soon as it goes to its first growth stage. However, I will not be able to play on the server or record for a week. So it is completely possible that I will miss all the growth stages, and when I return everything will be grown, which will be a shame because we will only have the one level. I may be able to contract someone to do it for me though. That would be good. We'll just have to see. So one small bit here. We'll get this one done and the last one, and then we'll get straight down to the mission. We'll find out what we're going to do. Last run. This field looks so nice when it's all seeded. It's a nice long stretch of... I don't know whether they're called furrows. They're furrows when you plough, but I don't know if it's a furrow when you seed. But yeah, you know, it's a nice long stretch of seeded field, left and right. It looks very nice. So I could take the risk then, as we're almost done. And there we go. Right, lift up, turn off, fold up. I've been told I should head up to Death Monkey's yard, so I will head up there, find out what the mission is, and be back with you in a minute. Okay, so I've just had a quick chat with Death Monkey. what he would like me to do is sorry. What he would like me to do is to take this Ford here, this is the 8340, and go and row up all of this hay. You can see we've got it on the floor here, it's everywhere. Then, if we've got time, we will bale it up using the 7810 with the Class Roland. So we're going to be using a bit of Class equipment here. The Class Liner and the Class Roland. So we've just been contracted, so let's get going. In we pop. Let's get the engine on. Now, I'll have to put some lights on. Let's have a look. Which is the best way to do this? I think what we'll do, head up here. Get ourselves unloaded. He's just saying, it's not unloaded. Just telling us to have fun with the tractors, because these are not tractors that I have. In fact, I don't think I've ever driven these tractors. And we definitely don't have the Class equipment. Just close that gate so we can actually get ourselves into a decent position. Yeah, right. Hopefully we are wide enough. Let's get going. I'm gonna put all the lights on, I think. It's getting a bit dark. And I'm gonna take it off cruise control when I swing around again. So obviously Death Monkey has mowed all of this and tedded it. We have got the job of rowing it up and baling. So he's done half the work for us, possibly the bigger half actually, because this is a big field to mow. Yes, he's got some enormous mowing equipment. Missing big chunks. There we go. Looking good so far. This won't take too long at all, I don't think. Once this is done, we can move straight on to the baling. We're going to be paid 5,000 for this. We were offered more than 5. However, I am going to ask Death Monkey if he can fertilise my field for me while I'm away. So we'll do a sort of a trade. Plus, to be honest, he helped us out with our carting yesterday, which did save us a lot of time. Oh look, you can see him over there washing his tractors. Very nice. He knows he's being recorded on YouTube, and he's trying to make everything look nice and sparkly clean, obviously. Picked up a bit of grass on that, but that's not a big deal. Right, let's get ourselves back into position. We will take another headland off, just to make sure we've got enough room for this. And I think what we'll do after that is start going across this field. It's quite a long field. There we go. Let's head off again. We'll get this second headland done. And I'll probably time lapse until we get to the portion where we actually do the baling. Because again, these are two things I am not going to be doing that often. I don't have animals, and I don't have the equipment. If I ever do decide, sorry, I'm just going to have to be careful here. If I ever do decide to bale anything, such as the straw actually from the barley that we've just planted, I'm going to have to lease some equipment for that, because we cannot afford to buy it, definitely not. Coming up to the edge of the second headland now. So we should see the end in sight any second now. There we go. Okay, so what I will do is start going up and down the field now, and I will see you in a few minutes once it's all done. Okay, so welcome back. We are now finished with the rowing almost. Just have a little bit left. As soon as we finish with this, we will of course start baling. Someone did ask about sleeping, but unfortunately Death Monkey is seeding, so we're not sleeping yet, which means we're going to continue doing the baling in the dark as well. And I can see, I believe that's Hugo, who is just driving all the way across the field for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but he seems to want to just drive around. This now is the last piece, which means we can crack on with that baling. There was no discussion about stacking the bales, so I believe Death Monkey will do that himself. Ooh, slight glitch there, a bit of ping. Get into this John Deere. It's a lovely machine. So we need to switch. Oh no, sorry, need to unfold it first. It's unfold. And we can switch it on. There we go. So, line ourselves up, pick up down, and away we go. I don't remember if I've got a key set that will actually unload the bale. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that as we get a bit closer. We're not actually filling up that fast, which is good news, because the less bales we produce, the less we unload. It's bad for Death Monkey though, because he obviously wants as many bales as possible. Oh. Let's just back up, get this turned on and drop down. There we go. Ah, this is the baler that can unload unfinished bales. Very nice. Provided you've got 2,000, I think it is. There we go. That's the first bale done. Let's get that unloaded. Come to the end here. Pick up here. I'm going to skip the rows. Makes it a little bit easier for turning. And we are now filling up a little bit quicker. Like I said, good for him, bad for us, because we have to do more unloading. I'll do the first couple of rows in real time. I'm gonna have to play Daggerwind's game as well, I think. I'm going to make a guess as to how many. I'm gonna go with 30, I think. And we'll see how many at the end. This is a very nice tractor. The Ford was as well, and a very nice baler as well. I did see Virtual Farmer using this one. Which is how I knew about the unfinished bale, because I've not seen this before on any other mods. But he's obviously found it, and we now have it in the server, which is excellent news. I wasn't even aware. I think sometimes I just add the mods the guys have added, and I don't even pay attention to what's in them, what they are. Plus, of course, I've got mods loaded which I use in single player, which they don't use here. Very surprised the other day to find out we don't have the egg palette installed. We do now, but I thought we did, but it was just because I had it for my single player game. That was the only reason. Coming to another bale, there we go. It's another finished bale. See, we've got a bale there just trundling down the road. Down the field even. And what Death Monkey has done here is he's taken field G2, which is a grass field, and he's merged it with fields 34, 5 and 6 to make a super grass field. And this has given me an idea, because I'm thinking, I don't know what to plant in our smaller field. Maybe we could plant grass, and we could make some silage and make some money that way. Maybe that's a good thing to do. This grass is very cheap to plant. It grows back continuously. Once we're fed up with it, we can obviously... Oh, I completely missed the end. Yeah, it grows back, so we only have to plant it once. That field has now been lined, which means we shouldn't have any major issues with lime It does need ploughing, but we can probably get away with that. Oh, Death Monkey's left again. That's the third time. He seems to be having a real problem with connection today. Which of course causes problems for us because we all have to wait while he sinks back in. We're getting through this quite quickly, which is good. Oh, ping, 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 ping issue. Don't know what that was. That was very odd. Still getting one actually. There we go. Calm back down again. Don't know what caused that. I know when we used to play we had a massive problem with pallets. Some people had sheep. They had a lot of sheep. And every time a sheep pallet spawned, the ping just shot through the roof. And as soon as you got close to the pile of pallets, it was horrible. But I don't know if anyone's got sheep on here. Could be what's happening. I'm not sure. Okay, so he's back in. Means we can finally continue. Not like that though. Let's get back to the right place. Just telling us how sorry he is. It's true that's now 3 times today. Or even 3 times in the last hour. Which is quite a lot, to be honest. Now, I'll be honest, this is the reason I don't like doing round bales, is because they roll. I do much prefer to actually have quad bales. Turn here. I'm going to have to be very careful about where I put this bale though. For one thing, it's going to roll straight back down the hill. There we go. And for another, don't want it in the way of the turns. Is he off? No, he's not. Good. Right. So we'll get back up here and we can get the other straight ones done, and I will time lapse that and rejoin you as we start doing the headlands, and then that will be us done for the day. Right, welcome back. As you can see, we've done about 2/3 of the field, I'd say, in terms of baling. Not got much left to do now. Once this is done, we are going to be finished for the episode. Oops. Death Monkey cut down some trees, and by the looks of it, he just left a bit of stump in the middle of the ground. I'll have to tell him about that, because he probably knows, but might not do. And I've been having a little bit of trouble with these hills. You will have seen a couple of minutes ago that I managed to mount a bale and get stuck on top. That was fun. So, yeah. That wasn't exactly as planned. I'm struggling with this pickup a bit. I don't know whether this is like the class quad, the baler, which is very, very unforgiving with the pickup. If you're not basically dead on target with it, you don't pick up what you're after, which can be quite annoying. Here we go, this bit here. And a bit down here. Right, so, future plans include not just driving on when the baler is full. That's one of them. Yeah. Future plans. We need a silo. Because, for example, this barley that we're going to do, if we can get 2 fertilised stages on it, we are going to have a lot coming off the field. It'd also be ideal if we could get a bunker. If we can't get a bunker, then we're going to have to wrap any grass bales we make, because I think the suggestion I made earlier, turning one of the field into grass, I think that's actually going to work quite well. We should be able to make a decent amount of money from silage. Ooh. Let's head back. There we go. Problem with a bunker is unless we can find one which is really, really small, I'm not quite sure how we're going to fit one in, and that is an issue. So we're looking at bunker and silo. The silo we looked at before is 59,000. Bunker, I think we can get the bunker much cheaper. It's just the problem of finding somewhere to put it. Let's turn off. However, having said that, if we're going to use that field for grass, then we could put a bunker directly in there. That may not be a massive problem. Of course, it would take up a bit of the field, but if I can find a small enough bunker, it won't take up much of the field. I have to have a look at what's available, either on Mod Hub or within the game. We've already got some mods installed. Of course, Mercury Farm comes with its own mods as well. Right then guys, we are almost done here. That line of hay to the right is the last one, besides one small bit that needs to be picked up here and back down at the other end. And that will be us done. So that'll be another 5k, which will obviously help us out massively, especially with our aim of buying a silo. And the probably a bunker. And the bunker is going to cost money, and it's going to cost money to make silage, but we should be able to make the money back really easily, hopefully. Silage does make a good amount of money, but it takes a lot of patience as well. But hopefully the investment will be worth it. That's the plan, at least. So we're just coming up to the end now. I think we might actually get a full bale out of this. There are bits and pieces lying around, which Death Monkey may want to go and pick up himself. Look at that, more than a full bale. It's amazing. This field has yielded very well, I must say. I'll have to find out if he's been fertilising it. Maybe that's why it's done so well. A couple of bits dotted all over the place that need picking up, but I don't think he's going to mind those. Let's just get this last bit here. There we go. So, turn it off, lift up the pickup, and we will fold it up, and we can pop it over here. There we go. So we will call that quits. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and of course give me any feedback. Thank you very much. Bye bye.